Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I'd like to show you how I made this card. We did this card in a class that I just did, and I thought that the variation I would do today is to do it instead of a horizontal card, to do it vertically. So, and the dimensions and the cutting and the tools and the supplies you need are exactly the same for both cards. It's only that you have to watch how you cut your pattern paper so that it is the right direction around, and because it's vertical, there's a little bit more trimming to do on these pieces down here at the bottom. I'm going to set this card here and I'm going to show you the pieces that you need to make this card. We first need a card base, and the card base is white. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we need a piece of Night of Navy, and this piece of Night of Navy measures 5 1/4 by 4. Then we need a piece of designer series paper, and I'm using out of the Floral suite this particular paper, and I'm going to use this side for the base of the card and this side for the embellishments. So this piece of paper for the DSP measures 4 7/8 by 3 3/4. Then we'll need a couple of smaller pieces. In the Night of Navy, I have a piece that measures 5/8 of an inch by 5 1/4. Then I have two pieces that measure 5 1/4 by 1/4. There's two of those in the Night of Navy. And then I have two pieces of the designer series paper that are cut at 1/2 inch by, it looks like right at 5 inches. Then we'll also need some scrap navy, some scrap white, and a little bit of scrap of the designer series paper to cut out our flowers. All right, let's just get started. So the very first thing we can do is fold our card and burnish that fold line. And we can go right ahead and adhere this piece of Night of Navy to the card front here. And I'm going to use Tombow for that. And so I'm just going to put this on here and then get it centered the way I'd like, and we can just set that aside. Where we're going to do most of our work is on this piece of designer series paper. So the first thing we're going to do is to, since I have a little bit more room because it's vertical, I'm going to sort of dry fit these pieces to see exactly where I want to have them, because I'm thinking that on this card, this embellishment at the bottom doesn't have to go to as close to the bottom as this one did in order for the hearts to fit. And so I think I can come up a little bit and put these pieces in here. And then my hearts, which I've already cut out, but I'll give you the sandwich material, will have plenty of room to fit if I put those pieces right in there. So I think that'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these smaller pieces to the bottom of my card. And I'm going to use my silicone mat here to put some snail across the back of the navy blue piece. You know, I think I'll use the grid paper to help me get that lined up right. I've admitted on other videos that I'm a little bit challenged by straight sometimes, and that got me just a little bit of glue, which I'm going to take off. Okay, then this designer series paper, again, I'm going to line that up. I'll get some glue on it first, and then line it up. And as I do that, I realize that for all of that, I got this one on here not so straight. There, I think that's much better. All right. Now, let's see, I put I put glue on the wrong side of this one, so I think I'll try that again. I put some glue on this side so that I get this pretty side up on my paper. And if I use my grid paper to help me here, I think that's straight. Then I'll put some glue on this other piece of navy and set it into place. There. Okay. All right, so what we can do then is from the back side, cut off these pieces, and that way you have a perfect fit on your pieces on the front. So I'm just going to trim off this side. And there we go. This is a note card, and this really could be made into anything. Could be birthday or thinking of you, any number of things that this could be. Now let me just show you how I set up my Big Shot to cut out my hearts. What I used was my Big Shot platform, my thin die adapter, then I used a cutting plate, then I put on my paper, my 2 pieces of paper to cut out my hearts, and I put my 2 heart dies, and if you tuck them in the corners you can get a little bit better usage of your paper, and then 1 more cutting plate on the top. And that's the way I ran this through my Big Shot, and to get these 2 little hearts that I have here. And those hearts are from the Sweet and Sassy Framelit dies from Stampin' Up. And the Sweetheart dies have this little pinched point, and then the other hearts don't have those. And there's lots and lots and lots of choices of sizes in here in order to do this card, and make these hearts different sizes. But this is how I set that up, and this is the result. I got these 2 little hearts. Now, the stamp set that I used, and the only stamping on this card, is from Flourishing Phrases. I use this Just a Note stamp right here, and that's the only stamping that there is on this card. So this is a very, very, very quick and easy card. Night of Navy ink, and I've got my stamp mounted here, and let me just get a piece of scratch paper down. And on this stamp, the note is the long piece across. I stamped it once upside down, so and I'm going to set these hearts so that they're not exactly straight on the card. So I'm going to set my sentiment across the heart here. Just straight up and down, plenty of pressure. Let the ink soak in a minute, and then you get a really nice image. And that is all the stamping there is to do on this card. So the next thing I'm going to do is adhere these two pieces together. And I offset these just a little bit because I think it adds a little bit of interest. And I'm going to just put a little snail on the back of this white heart and attach it to the navy blue heart, just like that. Then I thought I would put some dimensionals on this and pop the hearts up on the card front. Again, a nice and easy project. So let me just take these off and decide exactly where I want this. And I think I kind of like it offset a little bit like that. Then what I did, using my petite petals punch, let me grab that. My petite petals punch is I punched out a handful of flowers and I've already done 2 of them, but I thought I would just show one on here. Very small piece of paper. You can see where it's coming to the end, and there we have. And I decided to use 3 on this project. So what I'm going to do is just take these flowers and push them into my palm with the back of my tool here and give them a little dimension. And then it's a matter of using a glue dot or 2 here. So I'm going to take a glue dot, add it to my flower, and I'm going to place that one right under here. Then I'm going to grab another glue dot and put one up here in the corner and one more, and on this card I think I'll put it down here on the bottom. And the next thing we're going to do is add some sparkle. So I am going to add some rhinestones to the middle of my flowers here. And oops, did a good job of sticking that to my finger. And there it is on the petal. And that is all there is to this card. Bring back the base here and move some of these things out of the way. And all we have left to do is adhere this and put a little something on the inside. And so for this, I think I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals as well. I think that will look nice, and I think that's exactly what I've done on these others. So I'm going to put some dimensionals in the center and then in the corners here. And remove that backing. Okay, I think I've got them all. Make sure I'm putting it on right side up. And then setting this piece of DSP gently down on my card space until I've got it with enough margin. It looks a little high to me, so I'm going to try that one more time. Pardon my head if I get it in the video here. But I think that's centered a little bit better. There we go. So there's our card. Isn't that just pretty? I love this paper. It is just gorgeous. On the inside of the card, what I did on these cards that we made in class is we just put a strip of Night of Navy and then another piece of the designer series paper. And I thought on this one we could do that same thing just here along the edge. And so I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow on this one. And right up against the edge of the inside. There, I think that's fine. And I had that piece of designer series paper that I put the glue on the wrong side. So on the inside, since we're going up and down and this is cut to fit that, I think I will put this piece up this way. You know, there's no mistake in making cards that you can't figure out some way to fix. Just get some glue off the edge there. And so there's our vertical card. So what do you think? That's our project for today. A really simple, but I think very beautiful little card. So if all of the materials that I used to make this card can be purchased on my 24/7 shop, lbedinger.stampinup.net. Let me know what you think. Did you like the vertical better than the horizontal? Also, this month, this is also my blog. And what I'm doing this month is that anybody that orders through me this month and uses the Hostess Code. The Hostess Code is available on my blog. And an order of $25 or more gets a free product gift from me. And then I purchased the Hostess set, Fabulous Flora. Let me see if I can get that so you can see which one I'm talking about. Let's see, Fabulous Flora. This is one we made a card with just recently using this piece with Bermuda Bay and green. And everybody liked it so well. I got another one, and everybody that puts an orders with me in August is going to go into a drawing to win this stamp set. So that's the deal this month. And I think I'll just be opening this up to all of my subscribers as well as people that come to my classes, so that if you order through me, you do get a free product gift, $25 minimum order, and we will have some kind of a drawing every month. Sometimes it'll be a stamp set, sometimes it might be maybe a punch. And so I'll just keep varying it a little bit so that everybody has a chance to win. So thanks very much for stopping by and watching my video. I hope you'll give this little card a try. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get notified every time I put up a new video for a card or a 3D project. And so that's it for now. Bye.